in order to move the war or the tides of the war in her favor. And so what we're going to begin to see on the sides of Israel as it relates to their soldiers, we're going to begin to see a lot of chaos and confusion take place. Because this is the energy of the Morrigan when she's in the guise of taking representation as the crow. She's going to begin to cause confusion among the soldiers in order to move the tides into her favor. So do not be surprised when we start to begin to hear stories about soldiers losing their minds as it relates to Israel and on the sides of Israel. If we see them start to turn against each other, turn against their leaders, we're going to begin to see the soldiers begin to go against the leaders because of the confusion. And the Divine Mother is saying, when you see the confusion, understand that I am present. Understand that I am moving the tides of this war in order for victory to fall on the heads that it needs to fall on. And when it falls, the land will be returned. I hear the Divine Mother saying. When the Morrigan comes in this form, she may also appear prior to battle. And so this is the Morrigan coming in representation to me. And in her coming, she is foretelling of the carnage that is going to take place. The Divine Mother is saying that for a lot of you who are spiritually in tune, that this war will not touch you, but this war will touch this land. If man have an ear, let him hear what Spirit is saying to the churches in this season. Get out of the fucking way and spiritually govern yourself, your household, and any other being connected to you. And be mindful of your neighbors. This is not the time to be at war and to make your neighbor your enemy. That is what the powers that be want you to do. Get into alignment with community and understanding community. Because the Divine Mother is warning of carnage. The war is going to touch this land. Anyone who is gassing you with bubbles and rainbow about the turn and the direction of the times that we are in, I need you to understand that they are out of season. The same way that we are watching war off of this land, the war is going to touch this land. And if you don't want the war to affect you personally, you better get that blood above your doorways. Divine Feminine, it is time for you to get in order. To get into the position next to the Divine Mother so that you can have understanding and guidance over these next few years, especially as we shift into 2024. So the Divine Mother is foretelling of the carnage that we're going to see. The Divine Mother is also saying that there's going to be a notable person that has a huge sway as it relates to the war, to the ceasing of the war, to the plays that happen as it relates to the war, that there is going to be a prominent figure as it relates to Israel, as it relates to this war, as it relates to their celebrity, as it relates to their spiritual team that is going to pass. And the Divine Mother is saying that my plans are in place. So do not be surprised when we see a notable person as it relates to Israel suddenly pass. The Divine Mother is coming in the position of the Banshee. She is wailing. The cries that you hear coming out of this planet, the cries that you hear coming out of nature, the Divine Mother is saying that she is in the position of the Banshee. And she is wailing. She is wailing, and she is saying that she is inciting warriors to battle. And she is going to help bring about a victory over the enemy. The Morrigan is encouraging warriors to continue to do brave deeds. This is not the time to shrink in fear of your enemies. The Divine Mother is saying that I am in the position of washing the blood-stained clothes of those fated to die. The Divine Mother is saying that I am in the position of war and I am in battle, for I have not come to bring peace to this land. I have come to bring a sword. And this is the message of the Divine Mother. The United States is at war with itself, wrestling against itself, searching for its center and coming undone. Repairing the world is going to take a lot more than vulnerability and grit from the collective. Some people are learning about privilege for the first time and grappling with this heavy knowledge. Others are realizing that for too long we have normalized, denied, or hidden the pain of violence. Many are now opening up and owning up to the difficulty of these difficult realizations. To do this work, we need to be able to be vulnerable with each other and be open to ways in which we can support each other across the collective. The Divine Mother is saying that when you see the acts of Yemen, you see the hand of the feminine. The Divine Mother is saying that she is going to use Yemen and bring Yemen into greater focus as it relates to this war. And the Divine Mother is showing her form through the acts of Yemen. Okay? And so we talked a little bit about the crone. I want to really quickly give my understandings of the crone and what the Divine Mother is saying as it relates to the crone. The crone corresponds with the crown star. It is the uplifting of the serpent power to the brow or to the crown. When we are to receive holy light, that serpent activation, it is going to start with the top of the head and shoot to the points of the feet. And this is going to be the transference of consciousness and the light body. The crown is a representation of the thorns. It's also put in place and shown to me to represent the need to bring mental consciousness into cessation. All of our thoughts and thinking to allow the pulling down of supernatural consciousness. The Divine Mother is saying, get your mental out of the way. Y'all are watching these movies, y'all are watching their programmings, and y'all are taking it to heart. And through the activation of your mental, you are helping to bring their world into formation, into creation. Get your thoughts off of their thoughts. For my ways are not your ways, the Divine Mother are saying. And so there needs to be a cessation of your mental capacity if you are unsure how to use your mental capacity. Okay? This solstice full moon is really inviting us to take a closer look at what is lying beneath the cold, frozen surfaces of our reality, of our emotions. The nights are the longest right now, so this is a wonderful time to really explore the shadows and to explore the shadows for anything that remains unexamined. Now is the time to sit with stillness and to fan the flames of inner awareness and retrospection. This moon is really falling around the holidays, but now is not really the time to engage. Now is the time to really be aware of the ritual that you are engaging in. Okay? This moon is really asking us to go into the shadows in order for us to shine light on what needs to be seen. The music Mancy meditation that comes forward for us is the song Dambala, and it is sung by Nina Simone. He is the great white serpent. He is the divine serpent creating the rainbow, symbolizing the reunion of the divine feminine and masculine principle. He is also the prestigious Lawat and the Rada nation. Okay? The Dambala is coming to say to us, take my hand and I will lead you there. It is time to leave this world behind because there is a new world that is forming before us. But we must get our deeds in order. We must get our traumas in order. We must get our consciousness in order. And we must bring destruction to the world that we once knew. It's time for us to get in order, Divine Feminine. And it's time for the feminine to come back into relationship with the Divine Mother. It is time for the divine principle to come back into relationship with your sister. Now is the time for us to not be at war with each other. It's time for us to begin coming together and forgiving those traumas, because we are doing the inner work to really understand the root of them. The Divine Mother is dealing with the destruction of the masculine, and their judgment is coming into play. The call for their judgment is coming into play. The Divine Mother said that this is a time for the Divine Feminine to rise. And it's time for you to take your place. As the Crone energy and the Crone Mother is saying, time is up. Time is up. Time is up. And I'm ready to feast on the dying. The Bible told us to cover our doorways with the blood of the Lamb. Divine Feminine, that is your cycle blood. It's time for you to come back into relationship with your cycles, with the cycles of the moon, with the cycles of the blood. We never had to cut ourselves for the blood. You are the blood, Divine Feminine. Get into order and dress your doorways with your blood so that the death angel passes over. And I thank y'all for joining me for an impromptu art of ritual titled Crown of Thorns. I want to jump off of here before it cuts me off. And until next time, y'all, I thank y'all for being here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, and engage. And I look forward to hearing your own downloads that comes forward and the introspection that may have come from you under this full moon. Until next time.